Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here to this week's Fan Fridays. Now, I am really excited because in yesterday's video, I was talking about the Zen mode Darmanitan and how awesome it can be because I just want to see more Fan Fridays battles. Well, apparently, I was beaten to that because last week, there was a submission for a unique Darmanitan set, and that can only mean one thing: Zen mode all the way, baby. And I'm so excited to see that Zen mode Darmanitan is on the level of perfection and mastery as, I want to say, like, the most beautifully played Aegislash or something like that, because you have to get so much health management in. You have to tank it out so perfectly. So we'll just have to see where this battle plays out, and that is going to be the switch out into the Rotom, giving Darmanitan a free sub, and that's exactly what it wants. So there's the Volt Switch right there from the Rotom, and we can already see what's happening. Even amount of hit points, so that means Darmanitan is going to sub twice, go to half, get Zen mode to activate, and I think that's really all that there is to it. So switching out from that Rotom, realized not going to get enough out of it. Darmanitan is going to sub once again, and boom, Zen mode plus substitute, and now we get to watch what happens. So what is the Serperior going to go for? Because, yeah, it's kind of tricky right there. Actually sets up the light screen. Instead of going for Leaf Storm, gets the light screen in there right now. Ooh, Fire Blast is going to miss. That was huge. That's what Zen mode is all about. That you come in there, you get like a massive amount of special attack, and then you just go and take it down. So Darmanitan going to use Fire Blast on the Rotom coming in, and that is going to be an what? No, there's no way to. Okay, critical hit. I'm about to say that's way too much damage. Like, doing half to a Rotom that as a resisted hit, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But there we go, still a big hit, like showing the power of this Darmanitan. Also showing how tanky it gets. That Volt Switch now not breaking substitute anymore. Ooh, that's pretty crazy. So going into Gallade, that's a Psychic, and that's going to not hit as much as I was expecting. Gallade does have a huge amount of special defense. Oh, also, the light screen is up. So with that light screen, yeah, that's not doing a lot of damage at all. So, oh, no, it doesn't make sense. Because, like, okay, with that Rotom on the field, like, crits ignore light screen, so that was, like, a regular hit, kind of. Man, that light screen is actually putting in the work right now. So, going to keep going for more Psychic, maybe a special defense drop. It's just staying on that neutral hit, and that's going to be an Earthquake. Darmanitan does not want to eat that Earthquake. So, Substitute's going to take damage right there. Super effective. Sub's going to fade, and Darmanitan probably doesn't want to stay in any longer, especially after the Swords Dance into that Earthquake. The opponent wants this thing gone. Switch out the Darmanitan, and going into Hippowdon. Oh, Hippowdon's perfect for this. So, Sandstream, going to be a very defensive Pokemon. That's going to be the Earthquake right there from the Gallade. And how much is it going to do? Good amount. Not like a threatening, life-risking amount right there. There's a close combat from the Gallade. So, close combat going to hit... Oh, no, it's actually going to take down the Hippowdon. So, that's going to drop the defenses. I was hoping Hippowdon could survive, but after the Swords Dance... Wait. Rocky Helmet into Sandstorm. I think that's going to be enough to take out the Gallade, which means Darmanitan gets free reign. Now, how does Zen mode work? Because if you switch out, I think it resets the Zen mode. But does it come in and, like, get reset or something? I don't know. So we're about to see this right here. Rotom's coming in. Darmanitan is going to be in non-Zen mode, so it's a frail Pokemon right now. There's the Volt Switch. Volt Switch is going to be a really solid hit. Also, Darmanitan has to worry about the Sandstream now. Ooh, that's not good. That is very not good. Oh, man, it can't sub either. So Darmanitan uses sub. Doesn't have enough hit points right there. Buffeted by the Sandstorm. Oh, no. And there's no Zen mode. Like, where is it? I thought it was after he took damage, so I guess it's end of the turn. Light screen's going to wear off, and there's the Zen mode. Okay. But it doesn't matter, because now Darmanitan is going to get ruined. Wait. There's the berry. Oh! I totally forgot about the Custap berry. It's going to win. Look at that damage. Light screen goes down at the perfect time. Fire Blast lands when it needs to. Darmanitan's going down to the Fire Blast, but I don't think it matters at that point, because you win against the Rotom. Darmanitan took out, like, 1.5 Pokemon. Wow. It's funny when it faints. It just kind of, like, tips over. And that means it's going to be Rotom versus Altaria. Rotom's missing a bit of health. I think Altaria just wins. So, there we go. Wow, I forgot about the Custap berry. Like, I knew there was going to be a berry. Like, we didn't see any kind of items. Using a Citrus berry is dumb. Using leftovers is dumb. No Life Orb recoil, because that's really risky. And I was thinking, like, you could go Pitaya berry. I think Salak Berry can work in certain sets, but no, the Custab, that's like one of the best ones. I keep forgetting about that, because like on a tanky Pokemon that does insane amounts of damage, especially when you're using Sub, like the Berry was a given, but I didn't realize Custab, because it's so rare, you don't see it that often, and then Custab comes through, one-shots as a superior, and that's what you need. Like, a super effective hit with that Darmanitan, nothing's surviving. So there we go. Altaria picks it up, eats the Will-O-Wisp, but has the Dragon Dance, hits the return, even though it's not very effective, it's enough. Rotom just can't match up to a Mega like that, and boom, there we go. So I'm going to punch in the next battle code right now. Normally I do a cutaway, but I want to ramble. I want to ramble about how awesome this Darmanitan is, as I hopefully try to multitask and put this in at the at a good time. But yeah, like the Custab Berry is really powerful, and also just the whole idea behind Darmanitan, and the reason why I like it so much is that it takes that precision right there, that you do have all those aspects working in your favor, and it's pretty good. So now that I'm not worried about typing things in, we can go and see the next battle is going to have Scolipede. So again, playing on Darmanitan's speed stats, like if you get 3+3+4, it might be able to outspeed. So now things are about to get a little interesting right here, and it is going to be the Scolipede matching up into the Landorus. So you get the speed boost, and then you're going to be okay. I guess that's the best way of describing this. So Scolipede, it's going to do a thing. And there we go. So Intimidate, that's actually really annoying, because if he's Baton Passing, then Intimidate's not going to work on the Buffalon. Scolipede's just going to straight up Swords Dance. He knows he's bulky enough, decides to take it anyways. That is nuts, but sure thing, boss. We'll take that one right there. And then more speed, more protect, more speed, more protect. That's really how the Scolipede is going to work out right now. And here we go. So Baton Pass. That felt a little forced, especially like I would have stayed in more. Like you can eat the one hit against the Landorus most likely, and then you keep going for the outspeeds, but decides to go into the Buffalon. Got the Swords Dance in there. So Buffalon's actually looking really threatening when you think about it, because the Head Smash is going to do a lot, or Head Charge. It's going to do a lot of damage, but switches out, goes into the Misdreavus, so Head Charge isn't going to do anything. Uh-oh. Buffalon has to use the Wild Charge, because normal type moves and ghost types don't get along. Wild Charge not really doing too much. There's the recoil. Gets the Thunder Wave off on the Misdreavus as well. No Will-O-Wisp at least, so Buffalon's just going to be losing speed, which kind of negates what just happened from all of that. Yeah, this is not the game for Buffalon, because now Landorus comes in. Now that's going to be an Intimidate, so back at neutral, right? The damage is alright, so there's a Head Charge. Let's see how much damage we can get from the Head Charge. I thought I was going to KO. Slightly not enough damage, but if you're thinking like any other Pokemon, like if it wasn't a legendary, neutral Head Charge does find mad KOs on a lot of different things. So there's an Earthquake, and Buffalon goes down. To be expected, even though Buffalon has a little bit of bulk, might have been a little better. So there's a Scolipede. So I'm wondering how far Scolipede is going to try to take this one. Withdraws on the Landorus. I wonder why. Because that's going to be Misdreavus coming in. Scolipede gets a Protect, so that's like a free double Protect. And then you just get even more speed, which means you outspeed everything on that Darmanitan. But then you kind of ruin the momentum, especially with the Substitute. Why is he going for Sub? Because if you have a Substitute and you pass off in Darmanitan, that means you have to take the hit for the Sub anyways, cause it to break, reset Sub with that speed boost. That's tricky. I don't know. And then we go into, there's the Gardevoir. So the opponent has the Mega. That's going to be Gardevoir. Oh no, the tracing the speed boost. That's really bad. That's very bad, because now Gardevoir is going to outspeed Darmanitan. So the whole idea of the speed boost doesn't really matter. Now, fortunately, Darmanitan isn't expecting to be a super fast Pokemon, so he's going to be okay. And Scolipede going to Baton. I feel that's also an early Baton Pass, because you have so much speed. You might as well get the most out of it. But I guess you don't want Gardevoir setting up Calm Mind just in case. So now we're going into Darmanitan. Darmanitan's coming in with Sub. There's a Taunt. So now Darmanitan can't Sub for himself again, which is actually kind of bad. And there's a speed boost. So it's about to be interesting. So there's Mega Gardevoir. It's actually going to outspeed already. That's where things are weird right here. So Gardevoir is going to go for that Mega. I guess Darmanitan's just setting... Oh, Darmanitan's... Okay, Darmanitan's outspeeding right now. There's a Fire Blast. Going to get some damage in there, but sheer force... not going to be enough because Darmanitan, like, you don't want special attacking regular Darmanitan. It's like no damage. There's a Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice is going to hit through the sub and cause Darmanitan to survive. What? Wait a Oh no! That's perfect! The crit is actually, the crit mattered, but in the other way, because now, oh my goodness, Hyper Voice, just enough damage to get through the sub. Sub is still up, so that means Darmanitan gets a second turn. Custap Berry is going to cause it to move first. Wait, too much, wait, hold up, I need to go back on that. Too many things, that's like the most perfect scenario that has ever happened in the history of Pokemon. Like, so many mechanics just went through. So, sound moves go through Substitute. So, moves like Hyper Voice ignore Sub, which is crazy right there. And then the critical hit was enough to bring Darmanitan into the red health, which is what activates the Custap Berry. So, in like any other, actually, I think the Fire Blast might have been enough to bring it back. But overall, like, that's what I was worried about. I was worried about the substitute because seeing that, I was like, wait, then that means Darmanitan's going to have a hard time resetting the sub and getting into that butter zone for the Zen mode. But Hyper Voice took care of that for us. So now we have a free sub. So using sub doesn't matter. We have a free sub up already. Throwing out the Fire Blast is going to be good. And then the Zen mode damage getting amplified is going to be enough to take out the Gardevoir right now. And then the Custap Berry is going to be active for the next turn against like the Landorus or whatever he decides to use. So just in case, that means like Landorus is just, yeah, like, that really brought the battle back in, like, the craziest way. Wow, I am impressed and confused as to what just happened. So yeah, now the opponent has to forfeit because there's nothing else to really do. Oh my goodness, just looking at the team, this might actually be one of the greatest Fan Fridays of all time. I am super excited for this, and it also brings me to my next point. With Pokemon Sun and Moon almost here, we're going to be getting even crazier Fan Friday stuff happening. So comment down below the most favorite memorable Fan Fridays you have had so far, that you've seen so far. I will do like a top 10 best Fan Fridays. So start that list off. Also, this is the last Fan Fridays for the week, so comment your battle code down below in this video, and then we are good to go. So, from what I saw, yeah, Electrode, incredibly fast Pokemon, going to lead off with the round. But here's how a round works. The next Pokemon to use round will also follow up with a round, and that is some big damage coming out of the Sylveon right there. Has the Life Orb, and then Aurorus will do the same thing. It will follow up the next Pokemon and do round as well, but also have bonus damage, and that is going to be the Refrigerate. So this is why it works so well. Like, this is absolutely nuts. Arcanine, it's going to close combat. Aurorus doesn't survive, unfortunately, mostly because Aurorus does have way too much weakness going on for it. But either way, like, the idea behind this team is that you have Pixelate round. You have Refrigerate rounds, so you're getting bonus damage on top of stab, on top of bonus damage, and then you're also getting even more bonus damage, so you have a Pokemon fast like Electrode. Nothing's going to outspeed the Electrode round, so then your round follows up, and then everything dies. And then you go into Exploud. Exploud has stab, which is going to work out pretty well, and it has Scrappy, so just in case there's a Ghost-type Pokemon, you can throw that. We saw Salamence, so Mega Salamence into Aerialate round. That's what this team is going to do. So Sylveon will finish off the Arcanine right there. Sylveon, unfortunately, not getting good matchups. You know, you just... Well, the thing is, like, Sylveon has to hit the Arcanine, and then Aurorus couldn't really hit the Arcanine either, so resisted hit one way or another. But the Exploud has enough damage to finish off right there. And I'm thinking that maybe that's Choice Specs if we're going to be on the Exploud. So Sylveon is going to tank up and survive that Sludge Bomb. Then we go into Kyurem and Gyarados. So I'm wondering, like, Voltorb or Electrode could just, like, well, if Electrode switches it up, that kind of takes away from the round speed priority, but it could technically just, like, Thunderbolt and ruin Gyarados' day. So we're going to see what happens. Nope, just committing to the round. That is hardcore right there. But Gyarados is going to take a little bit of damage from the round, but it's not about how much damage Electrode can do. It's about what the other Pokemon follow up with. Kyurem going to go and get one shot from that super effective round. The Pixelate too strong. And then we're going to see how much damage we can get out of this Exploud. So Exploud's round will hit Gyarados. Gyarados is a bulky Pokemon, but the boosted damage of the stab will be solid. And Gyarados, with that Dragon Dance, I don't think Gyarados actually outspeeds Electrode after the Dragon Dance. Like, you just shut down your opponent right there. And Sylveon will go down to the Sludge Bomb, but then we just one-shot. Well, actually, you can do all kinds of crazy things, because Flying-type Pokemon, I believe in triple battles, can hit whatever Pokemon they want. Or is it? It's either a Flying-type move or Flying-type Pokemon. I want to say it's Flying-type Pokemon. So technically, Salamence could cross over, take out the Gyarados, then the rest could pile onto the Exeggutor, or at least switch it up in that way, and that might turn into something. Or you just Aerolate and one-shot the Exeggutor. So that's going to be Mega Gyarados with its Mold Breaker, but there's Mega Salamence, and it's going to use Round as well, and that's why I knew this would be amazing. That you see the Electrode, the setup into that is so good. All the other Pokemon are gaining bonus damage in some way, and then it's just a crazy snowball. It doesn't matter if you have that going for you, yeah, Salamence is just going to take that into the Exeggutor. Exeggutor going to get one shot. However, after the Mega Evolution, Gyarados gains some bulk, right? Should get some special defense, so Exploud with that round. But I mean, it's kind of showing like, okay, we know we're getting the bonus damage, so Exploud's going to make the most out of that. Exeggutor follows it up, or Electrode follows it up, and that is going to be a GG right there. Okay, it's time for another one, obviously. Okay, this looks a little bit interesting, mixing it up, not leading off with Sylveon. We have Porygon Z now. Oh my goodness, adaptability round. There is so much damage involved. I love it. This is just, it's so cool to watch. So there we go. Got Electrode, got Auroras, got the Porygon Z right now. That is going to be just stuff. So we have, ooh, Snatch on the Persian. You're not going to grab a Light Screen off the Electrode. You're not going to grab anything. Wait, he just snatched his own Imprison. I think? What just happened? Either way, Prankster shenanigans don't matter. That is going to be Round. Going to break that Sturdy right there. Porygon Z also going to use Round. Okay, so just piling on to the tankiest Pokemon there. Look at the damage out of Porygon Z. The Life Orb Porygon Z Round damage. That's a not very effective hit. Like, that would have been a one-hit KO on anything else. And you just go and knock that Pokemon down. Crazy right there. And then we go into the Ferrothorn. Okay. So we have Protect on the Persian. Then we're also going to see Electrode with a Round. So hit Ferrothorn. We're going to chip these Pokemon down one way or another. And that is going to be not very effective damage right there. Porygon Z with the Round. That is going to be more damage onto Ferrothorn. And then are we going to see it once again? You just choose one Pokemon and it dies. And that is going to be Round. And good night, Ferrothorn. Just like that. So Meowstic, we didn't get to see what he does this turn. Meowstic is going to be setting up the Trick Room. Okay. So Meowstic's out of Trick Room. Persian protected for that. I don't know what Persian gets out of the Trick Room, though. And then going into Sylveon. However, we're going to see Persian with the Feint. So it has priority. Doesn't really get to do anything to the Auroras. Auroras, though, is going to be slower and gets the Round, which means now every other Pokemon, Pokemon, everything else is still going to be Round. It does not matter because Aurora, oh my god. That's why there's an Auroras, not just the Pixelate. But if the opponent tries to get cheeky, like, oh, there's an Electrode, so you shut down that first round, and then the Trick Room is going to make the team really just not work at all. However, it doesn't matter because Auroras then becomes the first Pokemon, which means Auroras gets to Round, and then every other Pokemon gets to Round, and the opponent cannot take it, so it's a forfeit. Oh, snap. And let's keep going. So this one's actually really interesting. The comment says, shout out to the opponent. Amazing team from his side. So I'm wondering if it means amazing team because it wins or amazing team because it actually deals with the strategy as long as possible. But that's a mean looking lead right there. So Florges, Cacturne, and Parasect. I'm wondering if Florges is going to Symbiosis. If we get like some Symbiosis, that could be cool. The Flower Veil Protection. Also very nice, but Florges doesn't want to be a part of this. And then we're going to go into the Amoonguss. Oh, Mono Grass team. Wait, was I paying attention? It's like, not Mono Grass because Florges isn't grass, but there's a lot of grass support going on. So I really like that idea. However, Salamence comes through. And that is going to be Mega Salamence. Cacturne with the spiky shield, though. Going to try to buy itself a turn right now. And then Cacturne's going to protect. Electrode. It outspeeds, starts it off with a Round, and that is going to be Parasect taking damage right there. Salamence also going to use Round. That was headed for the Florges, but Amoonguss going to get one shot by the Round. super effective. It's just round. It goes from like 60 damage to 120 damage, and then it's going to get stabbed, because then the aerial rate's 30% more, and then like, yeah, you have like a 270 base power move or something. And you have to round that Parasect. If you don't round that Parasect, then it spores you and you die. So, good job right there. And Politoed. Actually, okay, so it's not Mono Grass, but it's huge. Huge grass support, because the Drizzle is going to keep you safe from Fire-type moves. The Florges is just going to keep you safe with the Flower Veil. Politoed's got the Fake Out. Salamence is going to round. So Salamence still has the speed to make up for it. Ludicolo is going to survive the round. Assault Vest. Has to be Assault Vest. Surf onto Electrode and Aurorus. Get some good damage down. And that is going to be... Absorb Bulb. Okay. And Cacturne. Oh my goodness. They are... Oh my goodness. Ludicolo is going to freaking roll right now. Because Ludicolo is going to get the Swift Swim. It's got the special attack boost. Also had the Absorb Bulb. That is going to be a Freeze Dry from the Aurorus on the Politoed. So not just always round. Got the extra damage on the Water-type Pokemon. That's going to be to protect from Politoed. Wants to keep it safe just a little longer. And then Cacturne is going to Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch onto Salamence. That's damage. Critical hit. Electrode has round. Oh, wow. Politoed not going to be enough to outspeed. Salamence will round out after the Cacturne. I'm wondering... Oh, no. The Focus Sash, though. Focus Sash to keep it alive for the Rototiller. And then Aurorus going to round out. Politoed's protecting itself. Ludicolo. That's going to be the Surf after some mad boosting. Cacturne has Water Absorb, so Cacturne is going to heal up as well. And that is going to be mad damage. Triple KO. Ooh. That is... Okay. So Rain going to boost damage. Stab going to boost damage. Absorb Bulb. And then the Rototiller. That's a lot right there. I'm wondering if Moro like intentionally was like, okay, I want to see what this guy can do, instead of like hitting the round aerial 8 onto it. You went for the Cacturne. But Excelgor, very fast Pokemon as well. It can round, it can Final Gambit, it can do what needs to be done. Porygon Z also here. Ludicolo is protecting itself, so that could be an absorbed hit. Sucker Punch on a Porygon Z. Yo, remember, the Rototiller buffed Porygon, or buffed Cacturne as well. Normal Gym round, just to make sure you get a pseudo stab for a turn. Decent, actually not even decent. Small damage on Politoed. There's a Surf. Politoed's going to Surf. Ludicolo protects itself, and that is going to be Porygon Z going down. Excelgor not looking in a great shape right now, and Sylveon's going to round, but that will finish off the Cacturne. Oh man. So yeah, this is like the first battle that hasn't ended in 4 turns. Yeah, good job for the opponent to last. And then Florges is going to come in, keep the Ludicolo dream alive. Politoed going to protect. Was that the obvious play? Will this fall out? Excelgor has the round. You have to keep that round up to make sure that you get the most out of Sylveon. Will be enough to take out Ludicolo. So Swift Swim is fast, but 140 base speed is faster. I think Electrode is 140. I don't remember if Excelgor's like 130 or 140 or something. That's a Moonblast. Sylveon's a beef tank, though. Sylveon tanks it up. Excelgor going to round, and then Politoed, since it protected, not really too much to worry about. But then Politoed goes down. Sylveon gets the round. Sylveon takes out the Florges, and the opponent is out of options. And it looks like this incredible game has come to an end. Well played. Politoed's going to Surf. Surf will connect onto the Excelgor. It's going to be enough to take out the Excelgor. Critical hit comes through, and it's in the 1v1 right now. But Automatic Center, 1v1. Politoed, oh, wait for the Hypnosis, didn't get it. Sylveon hits the round. That would have been scary. Politoed outsped, landed the Hypnosis, got like several turns of Hypnosis in the Surf. That could have done it, but wow. Well, welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here. More Fan Fridays. This time we have a battle with a Delcatty in it. So anything could happen. Probably going to be super underwhelming, or it could be one of those crazy Fan Friday battles that blows me away. So also I made a decision, only 4 Fan Fridays this week, so on the 4th one, that's when you comment your battle codes. It's a lot of craziness right now, and since like school in September, 5 videos for this week just feels like it'd be too much with all the Pokemon news. So I want people watching videos and not like getting subscriber burn and stuff. So we'll go see the Mega Kangaskhan. That is going to be Mega Audino versus the Mega Kangaskhan as well. And now things and stuff are going to happen Boom. Who knows? Let's go. So Delcatty with the Protect showing not really much going on right now. As we see that Kangaskhan going to fake out, Delcatty getting the good Protect, and then Togekiss with that Air Slash. Oh my goodness, is the opponent running a Scarf Kiss? And Audino has Roleplay. Okay, so yeah, Roleplay, stuff like that does affect with Protect Up. I think Psych Up still does the same thing. So Delcatty getting its normalized ability just copied by the Audino. Now Healer. Healer doesn't really matter, so this is going to work out pretty well. And Delcatty gets switched out. So Audino going to eat another Air Slash, and Kangaskhan going for that Drain Punch, going to hit Audino, but Audino bulks it up. So it looks like a more defensive set than special defense, and Audino with that Entrainment. So going to entrain the normalized ability into Togekiss. So that means Togekiss is going to have everything not affect. Oh, is that a win? Is that a win condition? Hold up, guys. I'm thinking like late game. You know, if somehow you make it to where the opponent's down to their last 1 or 2 Pokemon, and you also have Cofagrigus, so you have 2 Pokemon that are going to make it to where the opponent can't do anything, and then you look it in. So yeah, you do this combo on the turn, and now all you have to do is take out the other opposing Pokemon, like take out 2, or just do whatever. We're going to see what else happens in this battle. But yeah, now Cofagrigus, so you switch it out, and then nothing happens that turn. And then you leave in the Kangaskhan. So Kangaskhan, actually the perfect Pokemon for this, because, oh, and you're locking them in on that curse. I don't know if you want them to be taking that much damage if you already have it, like, 1, because Infestation means they can't leave. Kangaskhan's perfect, because as long as you're not damaging it, it's not going to throw out Sucker Punch, Power Punch, Fake Out, Return. None of that's going to work. So Kangaskhan's locked down. Togekiss doesn't get to do any damage. It's shut in as well. And I would hope that you have to have, like, some kind of sustain on your Pokemon. I guess Cofagrigus does get, yeah, I was about to say, it has to be Rest. Not Rest, Dusclops, we're screwed over right there. And then Cofagrigus does have the Pain Split. So we have stuff. Stuff is happening. And now Kangaskhan's actually ticking down pretty well because it's going to be taking % health off the Infestation and 25% of its health from the Curse. So it's got like 3 turns. I think it comes out to something like a third. Also, I think Facebook just went off in the background. There we go. So that wasn't your Facebook, that was mine. It's kind of like when you hear Skype in a video, and you're like, wait, Skype, what? No, and stuff happens. So, the curse feels so risky, but I know there's like nothing to be afraid of, because it really, like, these Pokemon go down, but I'm thinking more late game. Like, what you want to do is you want to take out your opponent's first 2 Pokemon, then try to get like 1 or 2 Pokemon that are stuck on the Normalize, and then stuff. So we'll find out. Kangaskhan does go down. Togekiss is going to be taking a lot of damage overall. And I guess look on top of the Infestation. You know, you're just going for that % health on top of all the curse damage and whatnot. So now Flygon comes in. So all that normalized stuff did kind of get sent away. Dragon Rush onto the Cofagrigus. It's going to be a successful hit, so that's a lot of damage onto Cofagrigus. But the Mummy comes through. Oh, that's actually... Cofagrigus might be a bad idea. Well, it doesn't matter, because if they're not damaging you, then the Mummy's not going to be able to apply to remove the Normalize. Never mind, Mummy works fine. So now Flygon's locked in. Okay, so I guess what you do is you shut down their biggest threats, and then you hope that the last 2 Pokemon just aren't enough to take you down, because Cofagrigus, Dusclops, stupid filth. Stupid filth right here. And Cofagrigus could have maybe gone for a Pain Split or something. Like, I just feel that cutting your hit points so hard with the curse is maybe just a little too much, because Nightshade plus Infestation still does a lot, and it does give you more sustain options. It does use up your move for the turn, but if they're not damaging you anyways, I think you can take that level of comfort with it. This is still a very unique strategy, though. I haven't seen anyone normalize into ghost types like this before. So Cofagrigus survives the Earthquake, has a rest for itself at least, and once Dusclops wakes up, it can start doing some silly stuff, but Flygon pseudo locked in on the Infestation, I guess until Dusclops wakes up, goes for a mean look or a curse. It'll curse down the Flygon, and they just keep resetting the Infestation, or you get the most out of it before. You know, it's one of those things where it feels like Infestation probably, like the Pokemon faints before Infestation gets a chance to wear off, even if you're using it like a turn or 2 in advance. So Togekiss faints. Dusclops kind of blow off that off that curse. Flygon is going to start taking the curse damage, and again, now we have a Delcatty that can hopefully do something. Audino's a little low. So I guess if it has Heal Pulse, you know, when the Pokemon faint, you Heal Pulse into the Ghost-type Pokemon, you keep it healthy, and then you keep refreshing for the Normalize ability. Like I said, I feel like this strategy might blow its load a little too early, and that's what I'm worried about. But I mean, Fire Punch, respectable hit. The Dragon Rush, like, so I don't think Flygon has missed the Dragon Rush, so it's actually more damage than Dragon Claw, which means this is dealing with a lot more force than expected. And that's going to be Cofagrigus still asleep. No Lumberry on this setup from what I'm seeing, but we'll see how the follow-up comes through. All right, one of the Ghost-type Pokemon is down. The opponent still has some threat on the field. Flygon, though, is pretty much over. Is that actually enough damage on the next turn with the infestation and stuff? And then Delcatty comes in. So Delcatty going to bring some options right now with the Retaliate. No. Oh, I was about to say, if Delcatty get the KO. No, you're not allowed to be that strong, Delcatty, okay? But no Focus Sash on Delcatty. Delcatty goes down. Is Delcatty actually that fast to, like, outspeed an Infernape? I did not think about that. And then Dragon Rush on the Flygon. Cofagrigus is going to avoid right there. Still asleep, but it was at good health, so I don't think there's too much to worry about. Infernape's Fire Punch isn't going to do a lot, and then the Mummy ability is going to kick in. But right, Leftovers Flygon. Is that actually going to be enough to save it? Like, did the Leftovers Flygon actually... No. 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 Okay, even with Leftovers, it still ticks through it. Good to know. Good to know how much damage that does. But I feel like there's so much vulnerability, it makes me really nervous. And then that's going to be Infernape on the Fire Punch. Mummy ability, Blaze, goes away. Oh, wow, the Mummy actually, or the Blaze ability actually causing Infernape to throw out more damage. And Cofagrigus with the Nightshade. Hey, there's Nightshade on top of the curse, and Infernape goes down. What a wild strategy.